Welcome to Dare to Dream. I am your host, Iguma Gabriel, and I am seated here in the Wizards Media Auditorium with young and aspiring entrepreneurs. This is a show brought to you by ILO with support from European Union. This is a forum of young entrepreneurs who have had the courage to turn their dreams into successful businesses. And today we bring you Olel Emi Wokorach. He is the founder of the Gulu Peace Garden Project. Watch his story and understand his passion for gardening.
Run down and ravaged in the wake of the LRA rebellion, Gulu town has started to pick up the pieces. In the midst of this bustling activity is where we find Olel Emi Wokorach, a 24-year-old running the Gulu Peace Garden Project.
My father was a soldier, he was a captain, and in the 90s a captain was really a captain. Having heavy security, were being driven by very good armored vehicles. It was always fun. I had always admired my father, and he was a loving father. So it was beginning to shape my aspiration and dreams. But abruptly, my father passed away. I was only 6 years old. And now I had more time with my mother, who was more entrepreneurial.
A financially struggling widow displaced by civil war, Lake Susan Onono always longed to teach her children to eke out a living on their own.
I personally, encouraged them. I told them that, Amy, even if you are a total orphan, don't give up with life. Life is very easy when you struggle.
There was a suite called football. It was having pictures of famous players. So everyone was enjoying that suite, and also I wanted to start selling it. I asked my mother, she bought me one packet and said, you sell.
Unlike all the other grandchildren that Olel's grandmother had, she had a deep liking for the young man. She saw something in him that nobody else did. As such, she took him under her wing and taught him the nitty-gritties of actually medicinal plants.
This one, I can say it was a magic plant. This is a plant which she used for almost her entire life, treating very complicated sicknesses which were giving maybe a challenge to modern medicine. For example, there's a disease which attacks babies. It's called tuolango. It's a fungal disease. It eats up the lips of a child, the tongue, and goes down to the intestinal system.
Like many other young people around the country, Olel was privileged to attend a training session by the ILO under their Start and Improve Your Business program. This training was in conjunction with Hope for Humanity, a non-profit organization operating in Gulu. Geoffrey Chanwat, an ILO trainer who also doubles as an employee with Hope for Humanity, took Olel under his wing and nurtured his business idea into existence.
So when I came back to this organization, I started using the entry form, the SIYB entry form, to identify youth that can benefit from this package. At the end of all, that's how I identified Emmanuel Olel. He was able to conceptualize the different business idea that he came up with. And of course, he was able to prioritize which one is more promising, which one is least promising. And for it to him, the business of seedling growing or flower growing was very enriching.
These waste materials were what Olel used for growing plants. He would sell and give out seedlings to people who came to visit him. From this, he made money that he used to buy rabbits and guinea pigs. The animals multiplied very fast and he sold them. He got enough money to diversify the business.
We have seedlings, we have rabbits, guinea pigs, concrete flower vessel, PET latrine slabs, and we have artistic works.
With its location on Dr. Lucille Road in Gulu town, Olel's Gulu Peace Garden project endears it to many residents, district officials and visitors in Gulu town.
And it has also helped us. We shall also be buying some tree seedlings so that we plant along streets, and it will beautify our area. And of course, the environmental conservation.
Another unique product which we give is educational. So far we have attracted two groups of students from the University of Tennessee. The first group came in 2013, then another group came in 2014.
From a humble startup, the Peace Garden has grown tremendously. Last year, it erected in 3 million shillings and its net worth has risen to 10 million shillings. Through the business, Olel got a scholarship to study at the Marcus Garvey Pan-African Institute. He has also received training in youth entrepreneurship from Advance Africa. However, like any other entrepreneur, he faces many challenges.
One of the biggest challenges in operating an urban garden is lack of enough material like soil. Soil per trip in Gulu, it's one ton. 1 ton goes for 30,000 Uganda shilling. But what makes it more expensive is the transport cost. When the community come here, we tell them a lot of facts with them. We do a lot of demonstration with them. But now, when they're going back, what we have is really very little. We can't give enough to the community.
Even though Olel Emiwagoraj has had a long, rough journey, he is not about to give up. Not now. Not when limitless opportunities have started to bloom before him. From selling sweets on the streets of Gulu to owning a blossoming business, this young entrepreneur is well on his way to the top.
Welcome back from watching that feature. It's interesting that a young man finds passion in actually doing gardening. Amy, welcome to Dare to Dream.
Thank you.
I am seated with young people who have attempted to start businesses. Some have actually managed to start businesses. But because you're running a number of businesses that have been successful, we're ready to soak up entrepreneurship skills from you. Are you ready to give them out?
Yes.
All right. Amy, for starters, what exactly, in your opinion, is stocking?
Stocking, in my own opinion, I think stocking is the process of mobilizing raw materials and the people who work together to produce a product and sell it.
Okay, and why is it important to pay attention to stocking?
I think it's important to pay attention to stocking because, to me, I think the base of any business is stocking. It will affect your price, it will affect your profits, so we need to really see stocking as something very necessary.
Okay.
And important.
For gardening, what do you stock?
In the business of gardening, we stock one, soil.
Soil?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We stock different cuttings for which we use it for propagation of different plants. we stock things like potting bags and many other things.
Is this special soil that you stock?
Yeah, we usually stock 3 types of soil. One is red clay, 2 is black forest soil, and 3 is sand. And we use it in different ways because different plants requires different type of soils.
Okay. Amy, in secondary school, it was a punishment to be sent to the garden. Now for you, you're doing gardening as your business. How come you chose gardening?
Thank you so much. I chose gardening. It's something I love so much. Ever since from childhood, I've been planting small things around the house. And by the way, while at school, being taken to the school farm as a punishment, to me, it was not a punishment, it was fulfilling.
Whereas the rest of us were
dream.
dreading going to the garden, for you would want to go for punishment. All right, let's take questions from the people in the audience.
My name is Karen and Emmanuel. My question is, you know, we as youth today have very brilliant business ideas, very brilliant. But one thing that keeps putting us down is the starting capital to invest. So, what did you start with to invest in this kind of business? And what do you have to say to the youth out there that still have these very big, brilliant entrepreneurial ideas, but fear to take them on because of the capital they may not have? What does it take to really start up a business?
All right, thank you for that question. Yes, Amy.
Capital, first of all, starts with the way you think. It's in the mind. And the most important capital someone has is the physical energy. The hands, the legs, that's what we start with. The money and the others, they come and just supplement. And the easiest way to start something, what I've learned from what I've been doing, you start bringing small pieces one by one. The problem with us, the youths, we want to start very big, which is very difficult. So if you get a spade, you buy it. You get money to buy 1 trip of soil, buy it, put it there. Just slowly. You buy a pruner. At one point, you will realize that you have everything at hand and you can take off.
How did you start?
Personally, myself, I started by collecting used water bottles at the bus park. Very early in the morning when people, my colleagues, they are enjoying their beds. For me, I rush into the bus park and try to collect as much water bottles as possible. Coming back, I would also go and check behind the back streets. I find a lot of used milk tubes. I bring them home and collect, like when it rains, the rains wash some sort of soil and deposit it around the home. I kept piling them and getting the soil, making a hole under those bottles, putting soil there, searching for seeds from around. I started something as simple as
The
that.
mayor of Gulu should pay you for cleaning the town, huh? All right, let's take another question.
My name is Onyait Morris. You've talked about stocking sand, and what I know is sand is not fertile. So how do you make the sand become fertile, surely?
So sand is acidic. There are certain plants which thrive very well in acidic soil. So those are the plants which we feed them with a lot of sand. Most of the soil we use for potting are sand-based. And still, we can fertilize the sand by mixing it with the Black River soil. And by the way, for plants to do very well, the soil, there's what we call soil caking. If there's no sun in the soil becomes hard like a brick and burnt brick, and the roots cannot go penetrate very well. But what we do to make the soil breathe, we mix it with sun. And when the soil is breathing, different plants can thrive on that soil.
Okay. Now, you've taken me through a class of soil technology or soil science. Where did you learn about soils and what soil is good for this and for that?
This is basically from libraries, from friends, and from the internet. Yes, I believe in self-education. You are the one who can teach yourself better. Yeah.
Okay, and that's Amy, all the way from Gulu, who said there's no information as far as Gulu. And the people here in Kampala don't even know how to start their own businesses. Let's take another question.
My name is Amito Ann. I understand that you pay your workers 15,000 shillings per day. I'm wondering, how much do you earn, like, in a good day, and do you pay them on a daily basis with this, and depending on how many workers do you have for the start?